Hey there, YouTube land, and I guess I'm kind of back. Not that I was really gone anywhere, but it feels like I've been gone for a while. So, hey there. First off, I want to say it was good to come back and actually start watching some YouTube videos again. Actually, late tonight because basically I've been working. My better half's been out of town, and I thought that was going to mean I could be on more or watching more. But in actuality, to be honest with you, I've been busier than normal. But I wanted to come on here today. I want to make a video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But before I do that, I gotta say, I gotta give a big shout out and a great congratulations and a welcome to the newest of our BlueTube community members, and that's Parsnip Burger. If you haven't checked out his channel, you really should. The guy really knows his stuff about movies. He's smart, and he has the passion, and those are the two major things you need, and the willingness to like just come out here and be on here and talk about stuff that you love, and that's fantastic. A couple things you should know about his channel is one, he's got a lot of really cool movies, so collection updates, stuff like that. When he brings out his stuff like his Twilight Time and his Scream Factories and his Scorpion releasing, I'm extremely jealous of his collection of some of those things. Just really jealous. So look forward to those, because those are going to be some really good ones coming out there. He is studying Australian literature, and I'm hoping that he'll take a little bit of that and give us some thoughts on some of the popular and maybe not so popular Australian films that are out there through like maybe a more academic standpoint as well. So with that being said, what am I doing today? I am making a video. I thought about a dozen different things to make about, but if you've read the line, and you probably have the title, because if you haven't, then you probably wouldn't watch this video, would you? Yeah, it's going to be about my Blu-ray double features. Basically what I want to do is I want to show you show you basically all the double features that I have on Blu-ray. And I guess I'll rate them to see how well they fit as a double feature. There, that's not on the spot. I will rate them to see how they'll fit as a double feature. Let's see if this works out. Rather just the average collection look at something. I just want to be able to keep bringing up some new stuff and some cool stuff. And in about a week, 10 or 11 days, I should have some kind of update here. Fingers crossed. When if the mail comes and my my packages, and I don't know what they are. Package, I guess, arrives on time. My better half got me something for my birthday, and she ordered from away. And it's one of those times when I normally I can actually kind of like guess and gauge what it is. This time I have no clue. So you guys will find out with me, and we can get excited together when we open it up. So March 31st, watch for it. Right now it's let's get to the video. Anyway, the first thing I wanted to show you here was, and it doesn't come off as a double feature. It's actually a movie that just happens to have another movie on it. But I think this one qualifies as a double feature. Whether you think it does or not, well, it's my video, so I'm qualifying as a double feature. And it is Blowout. Blowout with John Travolta and Nancy Allen. It's a fantastic film. If you guys know me or watching my videos, you know that I really love De Palma's work, and I think he's one of the underrated masters of cinema. He's just done so much great stuff and such a variety of stuff as well. But on here as well is his 1967 feature film Murder All Mode. It's raw, it's not as polished as his later films are, and it gives you a really good look at like his at the start of a young filmmaker. I really enjoy it. William Finley is in this one, and you will know him, of course, from Brian De Palma's Phantom of Paradise, among other things, but most people who watch genre films know him from that. They actually make a pretty good pairing. It's not an official double feature, but both films are on here. I really did enjoy watching both of these. Of course, Blowout is one of my favorite films that De Palma made. I think my favorite right now, and it changes on a daily basis with De Palma because I like so much. Body Double is one I don't have, but my favorite in my collection that I have is probably Obsession. I just really dug that one. It really stood out to me. I love all his films, but Blowout here and Murder All Mode is different and unique. Pretty cool look at a director from one stage, which I think is a pretty finished, solid stage, to a beginning starter stage. It's a really great look if you're into studying film and directors and their the progression and seeing what comes from that independent, that early style, and what flavors of that actually make it into when they're more established, when their style is more cohesively put together. It's a great way to look at both of those and to see what you find, what you can take out of it, as not just watching it, but if you if you're like me, like to study film as well, it's a great way to do that. So strongly recommended as a film class and as just a fun time double feature. Speaking of a fun time double feature, and it's this one of course is not on one disc. It's on two discs. But it's the set kind of double feature thing, and it's Arrow's release of Demons and Demons 2. And Synapse put out a really great edition of these, a bare bones one that can be bought by anybody, which was a great idea of them, and a really more extremely expensive one that was put in steelbooks and put out with a bunch of features on them. Me, I'm a really big Arrow fan. I love Synapse. I love a lot of stuff that they do, but Arrow really enticed me with this one here. I wanted both these films on Blu-ray. I wanted to have features, and I did not want to spend a fortune on them. So Demons and Demons 2, it's fantastic to finally have these films. They are a great double feature. Demons 1 is done in the era of it's done in the era, oh god, what am I trying to say here? Of like the theater. Back when theater was king, when you wanted to see a movie, and you're watching a movie, you went with a group of people, you went to a theater, you had a great time, you brought your date, and it was the experience, it was like a social experience. And Demons really gets that. And it really horrifies you with how much it gets that. Demons 2 is more modern at the time, when VHS was becoming really prevalent and films were being brought home to you. So the tear that's in the theater with Demons is a tear that's brought into a high-rise apartment in Demons 2. Definitely worth checking out. Got to check on one thing. I'll be right back. Hey there, I'm back. Sorry, I just go check on something here for the cat. This one is given to me by a good friend and fantastic YouTuber, fantastic guy, Sammy, FatGirl517, another guy whose channel I hope you guys are checking out. And it's a very kind of cool, cheesy. It's definitely a me type because it's fun, and these were not meant to be like good films. I'm a big fan of the actresses in the first film on here, Michelle Rodriguez and Taryn Manning. Of course, Taryn Manning is from Orange is the New Black, and Michelle Rodriguez is from, well, Dreams of Many Men. She's a gorgeous woman. The second film, oh my god, it is, you got to see it to believe it. But a company got the rights to Day of the Dead and Creepshow. It's like the names, basically, the titles, and got to make their own kind of semi-sequels, remakes of them. Wow. But that being said, I just had fun with this stuff. It was The Breed. I do kind of like dig that style of film. The Day of the Dead, it was really a different take that I was not so into. But that being said, watching movies like Day of the Dead, that is the type of movie that I want in my collection. Is it a good film? It's not a good film, but is it one that I will watch? Yeah, because I really like. I'm a Mystery Science Theater guy. The thing is that when I watched the Mystery Science Theater TV series, I was like, well, aside from the spaceship and robots, that's kind of my life. So movies like that are really fun for me to watch, especially with my friends and with my son and my daughter around. We could have a blast with something like that. We haven't done that one yet. Next two are double features that actually really go together as films because, well, they're a series, they're a franchise. Friday 13th 1 and 2. I love the Friday 13th series. I think the first 5 are the best in the series. 6 is a good film. Well, it's really well done, very proficient. and funny, but I think it takes a bite out of out of it as a horror series. The first four of these are truly horror films, and 1 and 2 really do work together. They are great companion pieces. I love the first film. I think it's a classic. The second one I think is even better. It ups the ante. Uh, just a great film. This is a great double feature. And if you don't have the Blu-ray set and you just want to get the really good Friday the 13th films, 1 to 4 on Blu-ray, way to go. And anyway, just like the sets themselves, they're on Blu-ray. They're all like single releases, but with lots and lots of features. Of course, with that is part 3 with the 3D. It actually has the glasses. And part 4 as well. Part 4 is probably one known to be the most technically the best one that was done. And this again makes another great double feature. 3 is just a great film. Richard Brooker does an amazing job in the role of Jason. We have a great cast. A very brutal film. Jason's hockey mask is introduced in here. And the fourth one, of course, introduces Tommy Jarvis. We get Chris McGlover. We have the star of The Last American Virgin. Just some great stuff. And I'll be back again in a few minutes. Because, yeah, it's one of those. So I'm back again, and I apologize for all of the interruptions along the way. But stuff happens. Life. All that kind of crazy stuff. Next up was a double feature that I bought at my local Dollarama. And I'd wanted for a long time. I'd seen that some stores, and it tended to be not expensive, but not the price I'd wanted it. So finally, I got this thing for like $2, and I was so glad to. It was 2 or 3 for this one. This one was 2. Most of them were 3. It was a Galaxina, which was one I really wanted. The late Dorothy Stratton. It was an amazingly beautiful woman. Unfortunately, her life was tragically taken away. And yeah, let's not go on that. Let's admire the work that she did. And Galaxy, and I thought that was a really fun movie. And along with that is Crater Lake Monster. Do I think they are the perfect double feature? No, not really. They're both two kind of fun, cheesy movies on their own. I guess they can make a decent one if you kind of get yourself in the whole drive-in type of mood. When you put on this, you watch the double feature, get a classic cartoon in the shove in between it type of thing. Get that whole "let's go to the lobby," and and get ourselves a treat in your head, and get some popcorn. The old stuff, butter. Don't go getting all fancy. We're doing drive-in style here. Grab a big cola, get a big gulp cup or something like that with a big one. Shove in some ice, maybe water it down a bit. It is a drive-in after all, and enjoy the films. Next up are 2 films. One is great, one is not so great, really not so great, and that is Hollow Man, which I really did enjoy with Kevin Bacon. The line, and I gotta paraphrase it because I don't quite remember it right now. Basically, talking about the things you can do when you don't have to look yourself in the mirror. Basically, don't look your face in the mirror. Kind of like that. It would be really awesome if they actually put the quote on the back, but they didn't, so say that. Anyway, Paul Verhoeven did this, and this was an incredibly fun film. I really liked this. I actually got to see this one in theater. This is the director's cut, so it was really super cool to get that. And then there's Hollow Man 2, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember at all. Christian Slater's in it. Is it a good film? I'm blanking. You tell me, is Hollow Man 2 a good film? After watching the coolness of Hollow Man, then you can watch Hollow Man 2 and think, he probably should have stopped after the first one. Just saying. Just going there. Next up is a Italian Western double feature. And this one was and is extremely cool. The Grand Duel, which I really like, otherwise known as The Big Showdown, and Chioma, a great Franco Nero Western. 2 really cool films. Both are spaghetti westerns. I'm a huge spaghetti western fan. If you haven't checked out any of these, this is a good, really inexpensive way to get a start on your spaghetti westerns. There's other stuff out there besides Sergio Leone. So many great ones out there. Franco Nero, if you don't know the name, you really should. He did a lot of really cool stuff. Lee Van Cleef was definitely the man back in the day. These are 2 good spaghetti westerns that I really do enjoy. And I love the fact that they are in their original aspect ratio. You gotta love that. That's a really, really great thing. Next up is my favorite of the double features I think that I got, as in the double feature type of format. Maybe not my 2 Maybe they are two of my favorite films because I'm a slasher fan. I like slasher films. I like well-done slasher movies. And these here have are good because they're not just the average slasher film. They actually have some story. They have some little bit of more depth, a little bit of more meat, some gristle. They got the grime on them. They got the not the grime. They got the they're fortified iron. Yeah, we'll go with that one. And the double feature is When a Stranger Calls with Carol Kane, and you're seeing her on TV a lot nowadays, aren't you? I mean, like if you watch Gotham, you've seen Carol Kane. I just watched the show. Oh God, what was it? Not that long ago. It's one on Netflix, a new series. The Unbreakable. Fill in the blank. I can't remember the name of the show. A comedy done by Tina Fey, and I really like Tina Fey's stuff. And I love the first episode. That very funny, very quirky type of thing. I'm hoping it's going to turn out to be a good show as I go along and watch the rest of the season. Anyway, Carol Kane's in that one as well. She's just doing a lot of stuff right now. She's a fantastic character actress. Many people know her from the movie Scrooge, where she made an impact, especially on Bill Murray. And of course, the second feature is Happy Birthday to Me, a really great film. And it actually had a part in it for Glenn Ford. Back in the early 80s, when they were doing a lot of slasher films, they would put like an older actor in there, like and Glenn Ford, who my father was named after, by the way. My father's name is Glenn. He is Glenn Ford. My grandmother loved the actor Glenn Ford and named my dad after him. With two ends. Great film, nice twist. And for you people that like soap operas or have watched them, then Happy Birthday to Me has Tracy Bergman, who Tracy Bergman. Don't tell me that's wrong. Yes, she is perfect. I know Tracy Bergman. Tracy Bergman is in this, and she's from Young Restless. Look it up. And of course, if you're a Scream Factory fan and you have The Nest and Daily Eyes, then you'll know Lisa Langolis is, and Lisa Langolis is also in this film. Next up, it's kind of a cheat because it is actually 3 movies. I know I said double features, but I wanted to put this one in here as well. I know it's kind of a cheat. Should I really do it? Yeah, I will. Okay. And it is one that got from me by my great friend Sammy, who knows I'm a huge fan of Kubrick. So I was extremely stoked and very excited to get this here triple feature with 2001, The Clockwork Orange, and The Shining. They're very 3 different films. This would not make as a good just an average double feature. These are 3 great films to watch. These are 3 great films to watch in a row. They're very long films. I'm not sure you'd watch them all in a row because it really takes time to you got to invest yourself in Kubrick's films to really let yourself kind of immerse yourself into the world that he creates, what he does with cinematography, with his editing, with his sound, with his lighting, and any Kubrick film you watch is like a little bit of a film school. People spend thousands of dollars to go to film school. Get yourself some Criterions, get yourself some Kubrick, get yourself some great directors. Learn yourself about film. It's a great way to do it. Just get out there and learn and immerse yourself in film. That's for all my budding film makers out there. And if you ever make it, don't forget me. Scream Factory. They do a lot of these, and they do them well. TerrorVision and the Video Dad. It's really cool films. TerrorVision is very funny. It's not a horror. It's comedy, sci-fi, just really satirical. Just some great stuff, some great acting, some great cast, some really neat, basically special effects, and some great music as well. The Video Dad had a great cover, cheesy film, not great special effects. And it is an odd choice, but I kind of dig both the films. Is it a good double feature? It's not good as a double feature. Each film is fun on their own and has their own merit. TerrorVision is an actual quality film. It's done well, and you can see that. The Video Dad is a movie that was made for video, and it would die there if it was not saved. So, fun double feature. Not good as a double feature, but good to have both films on in an inexpensive way. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Well, that's not a double feature. That's The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That's the original. That's like Charles B. Pierce classic film. That's the Victors, and I guess we wanted to give this the whole cover, so they mentioned it as a special bonus feature because it was only on the DVD version of it. And I gotta be honest with you. Town That Dreaded Sundown is a great film. I really like it. It's cheesy as heck, and it sometimes, just like some other earlier films, it doesn't quite balance out the horror humor ratio in the most even way. The Victors, however, the second film on this one, really does, and it's a lost classic in my opinion. There's some great stuff in The Victors, some really great performances. Jessica Harper's in it, and I love Jessica Harper. Jessica Harper, Phoenix. Oh, yeah, I got lost there. Anyway, next up, Scream Factory again. X-Ray Skitside. This is a great double feature. Two classic, very extremely cheesy 80s slasher films. Barbie Benton with X-Ray. It's cheesy. It's a canon classic. I gotta say, it's oh my god, it's a film. I love it. The acting from many people in this film makes my head want to explode. Barbie Benton, you are so beautiful, and I love your scenes in this movie. But the inclusion of the nude scene, which as a warm-blooded male, I extremely loved, but I felt extremely uncomfortable. It was a very, very weirdly done scene. How do you make hospital nudity sexy? Barbie Benton is always attractive and sexy, but it was kind of on the weird side there. But that being said, I really did enjoy the film. It's very funny, unintentionally so in many scenes. I was cracking up laughing, and just some great stuff. Next up was Skitside. Skitside was a really fun film, and it was a great mystery, except for one thing. I'm not sure if the DVD was like this, or was this on DVD, or the VHS. But because it was a great remaster of the film, in my opinion, and you could unfortunately see the face of the killer at the beginning of the film. So when they're throwing in all these red herrings, you're kind of like, no, I seen what's going on. I know where this is going. You can't fool me, movie. We've seen the killer's face. You've blatantly shown us who the killer is. It's not person X, Y, and Z. But it's a fun film. I love the cast of this one. We got Klaus Kinski in here. We got Mariana Hill, Craig Wasson, one of my favorite actors. He's in Body Double. Gotta get Body Double down the road. Donald Wilkes. We got Christopher Lloyd in this as well. Yeah, we have a great cast. It's a really great film. And if you didn't see the killer's face, it'd be even better. Last but certainly not least, this is a really cool double feature. And these are two movies that I really did enjoy. How much did I love this double feature? Well, I had it on DVD. And they added an extra feature to it, and this was a substantial feature, like a 25-minute like interview type of thing. And I knew, well, I had to have it again on Blu-ray. I wasn't like concerned if they're going to remaster it more. I wanted the interview because that's some great stuff on it, and I'm a huge fan of these two films. Actually, this is I think I gave this to I bought one for my great friend Sammy as well back in the day when I was a student. Yeah. Now we're in the workforce, and kind of wanted back in school. I love school. If I could get paid good money, no, not school money, but good money to continue learning, that'd be the most amazing thing. As our workforce changes and adapts and stuff, and more things become more technological and modernized, and everything's machine ran and stuff like that. How about instead of putting people in jobs that are really can be done by machines and stuff like that, and how about teaching us? How about paying to actually go to school to better ourselves in society? That would be kind of cool, you know. I kind of like that idea. It's kind of like I watched this documentary once on his work dated. For one of my business classes, and they made a great argument for like work actually being in a way outdated, like workforce as we know it today, as we know it, as we've known over the last few years. Gone are the days, are your your father's or grandfather's days of like a solid, steady job that's going to last you throughout your entire career. People are changing constantly. They're updating. They're getting new careers, getting new. There's life changes. There's people aren't as staying in one area as much. It's become very much more transit society. Man, I'm really going off on a tangent here, but you know what I mean. That's just one of my. If I was being elected, if I was going for office, and not Stephen Harper. Oh, good God, that man makes me cry every time something new comes out of his mouth. I think I'm going to shoot somebody, and not him because, or anybody else, but maybe with a Nerf gun and a little, you know, yeah. Not really a violent person, but he does make my brain hurt and cry sometimes. Stephen Harper's the Prime Minister candidate, just in case, not everybody is into Canadian politics, and I don't blame them. I do love politics. I'm really big on politics. Political science is one of my favorite subjects in school, and although you will not hear me go into politics a lot on my channel because I like to keep a lot of that stuff private to me, I am a very important to me political leanings that I like to keep to myself. Anywho, Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. Bad Dreams stars Jennifer Rubin. Jennifer Rubin, you may know from the, you should know her from Never on Elm Street 3, the most successful and probably the most mainstream Never on Elm Street movie of all. And who else is in this? Well, Richard Lynch. And Richard Lynch is awesome. And we all love Richard Lynch. So if you haven't seen him and seen that with him in it, it's great. And this one have Bruce Abbott is in this one. Who else is in this movie? Is Craig Wasson in this one as well? Is this like a Craig Wasson night? Let us check. Let us check together, because I interrupt this video enough times now that it's later and maybe it's not Craig Wasson. Bruce Abbott, Richard Lynch. No, it's not Wasson. Abbott's in it. So it is Abbott. Well, okay, I was right the first time then. And why did I think Wasson for this film? Because Wasson was in a similar type of thing in Never on Elm Street 3. That's the Wasson connection I'm looking for. 6 Degrees of Craig Wasson. Wasson was in Skitside. Huh. Hold on a second. Wasson was in Skitside with Christopher Lloyd and Klaus Kinski. He also acted alongside Jennifer Rubin, who was in this movie with Bruce Abbott. Yeah, all these actors kind of like Richard Lynch. Richard Lynch is amazing in this film. I love Richard Lynch. I thought he was a fantastic actor and highly, highly underrated. Lynch, of course, was in a TV film that was kind of like going to be a series, but never became it. And that was one that I really dug as a kid, called Vampire. If you ever had the chance to see it, it was on VHS back in the day. Vampire was this like film with Lynch, little film with Lynch, and it starred the man. His name escapes me, but he played the young priest in the movie The Exorcist, and of course he was the brother of Tony in Saturday Night Fever. And yet I don't remember his name, but the movie Vampire. Let me know if you've heard of it. It was a TV movie. It was going to be a series. Richard Lynch plays this suave, debonair, deadly vampire that's basically being hunted by this officer. Just a great film. And Visiting Hours, again, Canadian horror. Yes, we do horror well. Hey, this has William Shatner and Michael Ironside. Two drastically different performers. But two amazing performers. You've got the Shatner, and you have Michael Ironside, who's more intense than Michael Ironside. And he plays the killer in this, and a great killer. Lee Grant stars in this one as well. Linda Pearl, who I had a huge crush on back in the day. If you don't recognize the name Linda Pearl right away, think of the early episodes of Matlock. She was his daughter in it. She was also in Happy Days. If you're a Happy Days fan, she was in Happy Days, and guess what? Here's trivia. She had 2 roles. She was in the series early on as a completely different character, but she became a very important character later on in the series when she played a mother, a single mother with a son who was romanced by Arthur Fonzarelli, a.k.a. the Fonz. Anyways, is this a good double feature? This is a great double feature. This is really fun. The films are extremely different, but they balance each other well. Screen Factory, you do a great job putting together double features. There are some great double features out there, guys. Here are a bunch of them. Let me know what your favorite double features are that you have. As you can see, I've only listed my Blu-ray ones here because I had to go and list my DVD ones as well. This will be a much, much longer video, and guys, this has been a long video as it is. Double features. A great way to settle yourself down with a good friend, a loved one, your little one or something, and you know, watch a couple films. Go back to the days of the drive-in, and let yourself watch a movie. And thank God, a lot of these movies here are like good, decent lengths, because nowadays movies are made so long. I mean, you can't sit down and watch like 2 or 3 movies the way you did before anymore. If you're going to sit down and watch Peter Jackson's Lord of the Ring trilogy or The Hobbit, you better have a whole weekend ahead of you, and sometimes a whole week just to watch the whole thing. There was a nice, simple, innocent time when you could actually sit down and watch 2 or 3 movies in a row. It'd be a great evening. You'd come out like, oh, this is awesomeness. And it is awesomeness. I hope you guys have had an awesome time. I really enjoyed doing this video. I'm sorry, guys, that I haven't been on here as much. I'm really trying. And things have been crazy. I'm working hard to get ahead and do the best that I can in everything that I do. And I hope that's coming across here as well. I got a lot of like comments to catch up on, and I've seen so many videos that I've like just watched and watched at work at break time, stuff like that on my phone that I haven't been able to comment on yet. I got to get back and comment on some of those. There's so many great YouTubers on there that I really, really enjoy the videos, and so many great new ones coming on here. Guys, thank you so much if you're watching this and you're still with me right now, and you stuck with me with my topsy-turvy type of time coming on here recently. Again, sincere, heartfelt thanks, because I really enjoy doing this, and I really want to be able to keep bringing you guys videos as long as I can keep the quality of the videos at where I want them. That's the big thing with me. I won't come on here and give you a video just to give you a video. I really had to sit down and think about what I wanted to do tonight. I was going to do like the Arrow collection, like basically to revamp that one. But I said, no, I'm going to wait and not do that one right now. I want to do Scream Factory, so I'm going to wait till afterwards and do that one. Both of those I'll do after my birthday, just in case I get an Arrow or a Scream Factory from my mom or from my cousin, or if my better half gets me one of those things, because I'm not sure which is getting me this year. So yeah, then I'll update those. But for now, I want to get something different and unique, and hopefully you find this cool. I had a lot of fun doing this one here. I'm sorry I had to stop a couple times, but cats happen. Say hello to the giant red lobster head in the sky. Oh, red lobster sounds interesting right now. But I'm not much of a fish fan. I don't like seafood. I live in Newfoundland. I'm surrounded by it. I live on an island. It kind of takes away the novelty of it. Have a great night. For me right now, it is time for tea and to upload this overly long video that I expected to be 10 minutes long. Have a great night. Thank you, guys. Check out Parson Burger's new channel. Great stuff. And he had a bit of a hard time when he came on here originally because of things that were out of his control, and people thought he was someone that he wasn't for a period of time. Hopefully now that he's on here and you can actually see what a fantastic YouTuber he is, and what a great guy he is, what a great heart that he has, and what passion he has for his films. That anything in the past is cleared up and out of the way. Enjoy. Have a wonderful evening. For me, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's like sleep before I go back to work. And I'm off at 6:30, and my better half, inshallah, will be home. Thanks for watching. For me right now, it's time for tea and putting back those movies. It's late, but I kind of want to watch one. Maybe one of these times we'll come on here, guys. I'll do a podcast or something. We'll double feature it all together. We'll do like a double feature podcast type of thing where I'll talk. I'll do a running commentary on the films. I'll have some people in. We'll do it together, and you guys can watch along with me. Tell me if you like that. Tell me if you like to see me actually do the podcast. I've been talking about it, teasing it for a long time now. What do you think? What are your thoughts on me moving into not just YouTube, but also doing podcasts as well? I would like to be able to do them, get ones done, get them hosted, and maybe get them up on iTunes down the road. Fun to do, just a little bit more to add on to this and to broaden it so I can actually talk more on films, actually really get in depth with some films, which I would really, really enjoy doing. I'm going to shut up now because I'm babbling. It's time for tea. Have a great night.